Hey guys, it's Kevin and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about AI monopolies. Very briefly, I want to cover two companies that have an absolute stranglehold on the AI boom in the AI space. Every other company lines up behind these two, but that's not what I want to focus on in the video primarily. I want to talk about a company that's out of the US that has a crazy and bold idea to turn the sector upside down. They want to take on these two companies with a monopoly and reestablish American dominance in the AI space and reestablish American dominance in the production of advanced chips. If you think you know the name of the company, drop it in the comment below. If you don't know, then just hang on for a few minutes because I think you'll be excited to hear the words from the founder. And you may be surprised to know that this company's already received $100 million in funding. It's valued at over $1 billion already, and it's looking to bring new technology to the space that'll go right after a key competitor. So let's jump in and talk about it. But if you haven't had a chance yet, like and subscribe to the channel. It means a ton to the channel. It takes a moment for you, and I appreciate your time. So let's jump in and first talk about the two companies that have an absolute monopoly in the space. So the first one you know well is Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan Semiconductor, as you can see on the screen, has over 90% share in the production of advanced chips in semiconductor manufacturing. Companies like NVIDIA, AMD, Apple, and others line up to partner with Taiwan Semiconductor. 60%, in fact, 60% of the foundry revenue in this space is attributed to Taiwan Semiconductor. And we know earlier this last week, Taiwan and the US announced a partnership or a trade deal where Taiwan was going to invest $250 billion in the US to build manufacturing. And that news and announcement just had a ripple effect across all other affiliated companies in this sector. That just shows you the influence and the power of Taiwan Semiconductor. But there's another company that is even a bigger monopoly in this space that you may not be as familiar with, and that company is ASML. ASML right now is the toll booth for the AI boom. Every company that you can think of line up to partner with ASML because they're the only one that manufacture a very specialized type of equipment that is needed to make advanced chips. The picture I'm going to show you is a picture of that machine that ASML makes. These machines are extra ultraviolet lithography machines. They take years in the making to produce. There's over 100,000 individual parts that go into those machines. They weigh more than a jumbo jet, and they shoot extra ultraviolet rays that are hotter than the sun's surface. In fact, they cost over $200 million each to produce, and they have a waiting list of customers that are trying to get them. ASML is the only company on the planet that produces the extra ultraviolet lithography machines. Talk about a monopoly. That is a major one. Both Taiwan Semiconductor and ASML are critical to the space, and they have a monopoly and such a strong foothold for the demand to partner with both of them. But I want to talk about an up-and-coming company that is trying to challenge both of them. They're trying to flip the script, turn the sector upside down, and bring new technology to help meet the needs for the demand for AI chips and do it in a faster, more cost-effective way. If you don't know the name of this company, don't be surprised because it's not a household name right now, but this company has received, like I mentioned, over $100 million in funding. They have big names like Peter Thiel and General Catalyst and the US government behind them because of their wild and ambitious goals. And so the company's name is Substrate. I'm going to pull up the CEO, the founders in a moment just to hear a quick interview and what his thoughts are, but I love his optimism. Overall, they have three goals, guys. One is they feel that the fabrication for semiconductors has gotten out of hand. They estimate by 2030, the cost for a wafer will be over $100,000 and the cost for a new fab will be over $50 billion in this space. They promise that they can bring new technology to bring wafer costs down to $10,000 each. They also feel the U.S. is overly reliant on external companies to help meet the demand, and it puts us at risk from a geopolitical as well as a supply chain perspective. And finally, they are focused on building foundries here re-emerging or reestablishing American dominance and pushing forward with their new technology, which is X-ray lithography. They feel X-ray lithography will be better or just as good as extra ultraviolet lithography and be done cheaper and faster. So let's hear a thought. Let's hear the words from the founder. Let's see what he has to say.
Okay, so you haven't built a fab. You are planning an American foundry. Why, James?
Well, if you look at the history of all of this technology, from the transistor to photolithography itself, the United States invented all of this. It was predominantly actually two companies, Intel and IBM. And so I see that we have a long history in this country of doing crazy, bold things. And it feels like a more brief aberration that the United States is not in a leadership position here. We've gone and done something very, very different on the sort of key process in the manufacturing process. Our ideas aren't limited just to the lithography. We have lots of ideas about what would it look like if you were starting a foundry from scratch. And so we're very excited to go and keep building on top of that.
And I'm sure ASML looks on with wonder, as at the moment they are at the heart of lithography, and maybe a Japanese player too, but really they have the choke point. I'm interested as and when your facility might be up and running for such lithography, for such semiconductor equipment, making machines to be up and running and producing commercially, James.
Our goal is to be up and running in 2028. It's a very, very fast timeline, but we've moved at incredible speed. The company's really only 3 years old at this.
So guys, I'll stop it there. I mean, it is a wildly ambitious goal. 2028 to be up and running and producing and having an American foundry here. So what their goal is overall, he may have said it, is that they're not looking to sell equipment like ASML does. They want to build foundries here, leverage their equipment, and produce advanced chips in the US. As I mentioned earlier, they're helping, or one of their primary goals is to reestablish American dominance. We saw the push from the administration on how can we get more investment here in the US to meet the demand. Substrate is one of the companies that the US is banking on, that if this X-ray lithography pans out, it will help US have a significant advantage in the AI race, and it'll help us meet our US demand here. So I'm hoping for it. I love the optimism. I love the bold idea pushing forward, the ambition that they have. It's really exciting to see, and they have big names and they have a lot of money behind them. So let me know what you're thinking. Your thoughts are. Have you heard of Substrate? Do you think they have a chance to break up the monopoly and take on ASML? Or do you think ASML will just purchase them if their proof of concept works? I'd like to hear your thoughts on it as well. But guys, overall, it's exciting news. I hope you found it exciting as well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.